almost all enzymes are proteins. See here, 2 days before we have discussed about proteins. So at that time I said some proteins. So functions of proteins, at that time I said some proteins acts as enzymes, some proteins are hormones. So here almost all enzymes are proteins. See, whatever maybe the enzymes are secreted in our body, those are all actually protein substances. So there are some nucleic acids. See here, some nucleic acids. See here, this is the nucleic acid 23 R ribosomal RNA. It is one type of a nucleic acid. So that behave like enzymes. So some of the nucleic acids. So nucleic acids means mainly so DNA and RNA. DNA and RNA. Actually, so the topic which we have discussed in this biomolecules topic, nucleic acid. So briefly given, very main points only given in first PUC. Actually, there types of DNA is there, types of RNA is there. At that time, you get to know that what about 23R RNA. About these types of DNA, types of RNA, that is what. We will talk in second year. That's why I did not say about types of RNA. Actually, about DNA, I said in first PC very little information because in the syllabus also very little given. So in this moment, in this online classes, beyond textbook, extensively about which is not there in syllabus, I cannot say. If it is regular topic means, okay, I would have give that it. So just you listen here. So second year, you will get complete information about DNA and RNA. So there are some nucleic acids, 23 RNA, that behave like enzymes. So generally in our body, some nucleic acids also, according to the situation, behave like enzymes. So those nucleic acids are called ribozymes. Ribozyme. It is one kind of a nucleic acid. This is what acts as enzymes. So that is the point. Next here, second point, an enzyme like any protein. An enzyme like any protein has primary structure. Enzyme like any protein, enzyme that already see here. Proteins has primary structure, secondary structure, tertiary structure, quaternary structure. Like that, enzyme also has primary structure. So amino acid sequence of the protein, like that. An enzyme like any protein has secondary structure and a tertiary structure. See here, an enzyme like a protein has primary structure. So the primary structure of amino acid diagram, if you will see like this way, will be there. The primary structure of amino acid is like that. It is called primary structure of protein. So in this one, what is there? Amino acid sequence of protein. So amino acid. So that amino acid. Okay, an enzyme like any protein has primary structure. In that primary structure, what was there? Amino acid sequence of the protein. Amino acid sequence. That amino acid sequence forms protein. That is called primary structure. So an enzyme like any protein has a secondary structure also. Secondary structure is called alpha helix. Secondary structure like this way. This is called secondary structure. This is alpha helix. Okay, so the secondary an enzyme like any protein has secondary structure and tertiary structures. Secondary structure is this is called secondary structure. Tertiary structure, how it will be there? Like this. This is tertiary structure. This is tertiary structure. This is tertiary structure. It is a secondary structure. It is a tertiary structure. Quaternary structure I will show. Okay, that's all. So an enzyme like any protein has primary structure. So that primary structure has amino acid sequence of the protein. So an enzyme like any protein has secondary and tertiary structures. Secondary structure and tertiary structures also. Already those all we have discussed. Okay, tertiary structure of the protein chain folds upon itself, and hence many crevices or pockets are made. One such pocket is the active site. Here, Seema. Here, Seema. See, tertiary structure. So we are discussing about tertiary structure. So in this tertiary structure of the protein chain folds upon itself. See here, folds upon itself like this way. like this way, folds upon itself. This is folds upon itself, and hence many crevices. These are called these are called these are called these are called, see ma here, many crevices. See, tertiary structure of the protein chain folds upon itself, and hence many crevices. See, these are all called crevices. Crevices nothing but pockets. Pockets nothing but fold. Crevices means folds. Okay, so here ORR, here ORR, pockets. So these are called crevices or pockets. Crevices are pockets. So these pockets are made. One such pocket is the active site. This is called active site. Active active site. So tertiary structure. In the tertiary structure only this kind of pockets and crevices are present. Then it is called active site. See ma, tertiary structure. See here again I am saying this is, so this is like this way. This is the tertiary structure. In this tertiary structure, these are called crevices or pockets. These pockets are called active sites. Active sites. These crevices are called active sites. So the tertiary structure also acts as an enzyme. So one such pockets are called active sites. An active site of an enzyme is a crevice or pocket into which the substrate is fits. Here substrate, this is called substrate. Substrate, it is enzyme. See here, it is enzyme. In this enzyme, substrate is fixed. Then it converted into enzyme substrate. Okay, so this is what here in the form of diagram I have shown. Actually in textbook, they did not give any diagram. So, but for understanding sake, I am saying. So the enzyme, this is enzyme. So it is a substrate. Substrate means what? Any food material, carbohydrates, proteins, fats. Daily we will eat various kinds of food materials. Among those, any food material, any food material acts as a substrate. That substrate is binding to the enzyme. See, an active site of enzyme is crevice. An active site of enzyme is a crevice or pocket into which the substrate fits. This is the substrate is fixed. Thus, enzymes through their site catalyze reactions at high rate. Okay, so when substrate, this is the substrate. When the substrate is fixed to the enzyme, then automatically this enzyme proceeds through their active sites that reaction at high rate. High rate means so with high velocity. Okay, so that enzyme action is proceeded with high rate. So enzyme catalyze differ from inorganic catalyze in many ways, but in one major difference needs mention. See, enzyme catalyst, enzymes performance of work is different. Inorganic catalyst performance is different. Okay, so what is the difference we have to discuss here? See, this enzyme is combined with the substrate, then it is converted into enzyme substrate. Enzyme substrate gradually after some time, so this is converted into product. Again here substrate won't appear, product. So next enzyme is separated. Enzyme is separated. Next one more another substrate. So this is called enzyme. So like this way the enzyme is separated. That means what? This enzyme is ready to take another substrate. Okay, like that. Here, enzyme catalyze. Enzyme work. Catalyze means what? Speed up the reaction. Enzyme speed up reaction is differ from inorganic catalyst. So how enzymes are performing works in such a way? Inorganic catalyst, inorganic chemicals also performs work, but the work is different. What is the different? See here, inorganic catalysts work efficiently at high temperatures and high pressures. Inorganic catalyst, that means what? Inorganic compounds. Inorganic compounds. Inorganic compound means what? The compound which is not have carbon. Such compounds are called inorganic compounds. Inorganic compounds work very efficiently at a high temperature and high pressure. While enzymes get damaged. While enzymes get damaged. See here, enzymes, See, see how inorganic compounds are working. In such a way, enzymes cannot work because enzymes are protein mediated compounds. So enzymes are damaged at high temperature. When more and more temperature raised at the time, so automatically those enzymes gets damaged. Okay, no? That's it. That is the introductory part of the enzymes. Next, chemical compounds. Chemical compounds. Here, see, chemical compounds undergo two types of changes. Generally, in our body, here see spelling mistake. Chemical compounds. Chemical compounds. So, chemical compounds undergo two types of changes. So, one is physical reaction, another one is chemical reaction. So, here physical reaction, a physical study change simply refers to a physical reaction simply refers to change in shape without breaking of bonds. This is called physical process. That is, ice melts into water. So from freeze, take ice cubes and keep it in your hand. So without breaking any bonds, slowly ice melts into water, or even water becomes vapor. This kind of reactions are called physical reactions. These are also called physical changes. Physical changes. Okay. A physical study simply refers to change in shape without breaking of bonds. Without breaking of bonds. This is called physical process or physical reaction. Example, ice are converted into water. Water becomes evaporated. This is called physical reaction. Next, chemical reaction, if you will see. So when bonds are broken, generally here bonds are broken. Some bonds are broken and new bonds are formed during transformation. This will be called chemical reaction. For example, here see, so barium hydroxide, BaOH twice, reacted with sulfuric acid. So when these two are reacted with each other, so one compound is converted into one from barium hydroxide is broken and converted into barium sulfate. Sulfuric acid is broken and added with barium. Then the product reactant is changed. See, barium hydroxide is reacted with sulfuric acid. Then it converted into barium sulfate and water. It is called inorganic chemical reaction. So inorganic means what? Any carbon containing compounds are not present. Here see in this reaction carbon containing compounds are not there. These kind of reactions are called inorganic chemical reactions. So generally here chemical compounds are two types. That is, one is physical reactions, another one is chemical reactions. So these two are the examples of physical and chemical reaction. Okay, so see here. See next topic. So here we discussed up to now we discussed about enzymes. So with enzymes, see here carbon dioxide without enzymes, how reactions takes place in our body. That is what we will see here. See here carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide is reacted with water. Then how it comes? Carbonic acid H2CO3. CO2 plus H2 gives rise H2CO3. So two hydrogen atoms, here two hydrogen atoms. Carbon atom 1, here carbon atom 1. O2 plus O3. It is correct equation. So in the absence of any enzyme, this reaction is very slow. In the absence of enzyme, this reaction is very slow with about 200 molecules of carbonic acid being formed within hour in our body. Suppose without enzyme, with the help of carbon dioxide water, carbonic acids, 200 molecules are formed per hour. Okay, that means what? Without enzymes, any work time taking period is more. That energy also not efficient. That is in this equation indicates. That means what? Enzymes are such a way efficient. So with the enzymes, the same work here, whatever maybe the work is performed, the same work with the help of enzymes we will see. Here see carbon dioxide, here it is carbon. it is carbon dioxide plus H2O. So this reaction only I am writing. So carbonic anhydrase enzyme, carbonic anhydrase, carbonic anhydrase. Here to write name on the gives rise, we cannot write it. So I did not write. Here in this matter I have mentioned. See here, carbonic anhydrase. In presence of carbonic anhydrase, H2CO3 is formed. Carbonic acid is formed. However, by using this enzyme, by using the enzyme carbonic anhydrase present within the cytoplasm is called carbonic anhydrase. See, so within the cytoplasm there is one enzyme is present that is called carbonic anhydrase. So in presence of carbonic anhydrase, this reaction speeds dramatically with about 6 lakh molecules being formed in every second. Every second. In before that, so without this enzyme, carbonic anhydrase enzyme, this carbonic anhydrase enzyme is present in the cytoplasm of the living cells. Okay, so if this enzyme is not present, 200 molecules are formed. 200 molecules are formed per hour. But in presence of this enzyme, 6 lakh molecules, 6 lakhs carbonic acids are formed. Carbonic acids are formed per every second. You might have understood what is the importance of enzymes, how it will be catalyze the reaction. Catalysis means what? The process of initiation, the process of any reaction, speed up. Any reaction immediately, quickly finishes chemical reactions in our body. That is the importance of enzymes. Like that, many reactions, so that every metabolic activities are depends upon enzymes, because the enzymes will speed up the reaction. For example, today afternoon we had chicken biryani. When enzymes are involved, automatically the chicken biryani in our stomach within 4 hours completely digested. And again, after 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, we will get hungry. If the enzymes are not there, that particular food, 2 days also, after 2 days, 3 days also, that particular food is not digested. Okay, no? That's it. Okay. There are thousands of types of enzymes, each catalyzing a unique chemical or metabolic reactions. Already I said, so in our body, thousands of enzymes are there. Those many of thousands of enzymes names remembering very difficult, but so you have to learn. In PU level, some enzymes you will learn. In higher education level, up to PG, you will learn different kinds of enzymes. Okay, in our body, thousands of different types of enzymes are present. Those are all catalyzing. Catalyzing means performing work in unique chemical or metabolic reactions. So those are enzymes are performing chemical reactions or metabolic reactions in our body. Multi-step chemical reaction, when each of the steps is catalyzed by the same enzyme complex or different enzymes, that is called metabolic pathway. So yesterday we discussed what is that? Glycolysis. It is a multi-step reaction. In glycolysis, number of reactions takes place. Number of reactions. See, a multi-step chemical reaction, when each of the step is catalyzed by the same enzyme complex or different enzyme. One enzyme performs all the steps, or different enzymes performs the different steps. That phenomenon is called metabolic pathway. For example, yesterday we discussed that glucose. See here, glucose is converted into pyruvic acid. This pyruvic acid is again converted into lactic acid. See, here one step, here one step, here one step. Each step is induced by enzymes. See, glucose is converted into 2 pyruvic acids. Okay, see here, C6H12O6. So, glucose in presence of oxygen is converted into pyruvic acid, and water is commonly released. It is the above mentioned reaction is actually a metabolic pathway in which glucose becomes pyruvic acid through 10 different enzymes catalyzed metabolic reactions. Actually, here, see, this is the glucose. This glucose is converted into 2 molecules of pyruvic acid. In between glucose and pyruvic acid, here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 steps are there. These 10 steps, these 10 steps are induced by the enzymes. So that only here saying glucose becomes pyruvic acid through 10 different types of enzyme catalyzed metabolic reactions. When study respiration in chapter 14, you will study these reactions. That only yesterday I said that. Chapter 14, after photosynthesis, respiration in plants topic is there. At that time, I will discuss about this glucose, how it will convert into 2 molecules of pyruvic acid. In between these 10 reactions, how these 10 reactions are used by the enzymes. That is what we will discuss on chapter 14. But here, what we have to discuss? So these 10 steps are catalyzed by same enzyme complex or different enzymes. Okay, ma? That's all. This is the thing. Next, at this stage, here see, at this stage, you should know that this every metabolic pathway with 1 or 2 additional reactions gives rise to a variety of metabolic end products. That only, ma. So at this stage, you should know that this very metabolic pathway, it is correct, very metabolic pathway with 1 or 2 additional reactions. With 1 or 2 additional reactions gives rise to a variety of metabolic end products. That only. So in every metabolic pathway, 1 or 2 additional reactions, see, glucose is converted into pyruvic acid. In between these two, it would be undergoes into 2 additional reactions. It would be split and undergoes 2 additional reactions. It involved in 2 additional reactions and forms a variety of metabolic end products. So in this side, 1 pyruvic acid, in this side, 1 pyruvic acid is formed. Altogether, 2 pyruvic acids are formed. Okay, this entire process takes place in our skeletal muscle. Okay, under anaerobic conditions, absence of oxygen, lactic acid is formed. This glucose is converted into lactic acid. In absence of oxygen, this glucose is converted into lactic acid in the absence of oxygen. In presence of oxygen, glucose is converted into pyruvic acid. So both takes place in our body, in our skeletal muscles. So in our skeletal muscles under anaerobic conditions, under anaerobic conditions, lactic acid is formed. Absence of oxygen, lactic acid is formed. Presence of oxygen, see, under normal aerobic conditions. Aerobic means what? Presence of oxygen, pyruvic acid is formed. Okay, that's all. Next, in yeast, during fermentation, the same pathway leads to the production of ethanol. In yeast, glucose. During fermentation means what? So it is a kind of metabolism that takes place in yeast. Fermentation always occurs in absence of oxygen. So the same pathway, glucose is converted into ethanol. C2H5OH, ethanol. Ethanol is also called alcohol. Hence, in different conditions, different products are possible. In different conditions, different products are possible. Okay, in the living organisms. Okay, about this fermentation in absence of oxygen in yeast, how fermentation takes place. So how glycolysis, glucose is converted into pyruvic acid. This is glycolysis and Krebs cycles. Those are all the reactions we will discuss in chapter 14. This here we are discussing about enzymes. How enzymes speed up the reactions. Without enzymes, how? With enzymes, how? That is what only we are discussing. Okay, ma. After finishing the time, you again log in. You again log in. Okay, ma. So I will finish this enzyme topic maximum. So this much up to this much. Okay. So Don't worry. However, Sunday only one class only, na? So again, log in. That's our next topic. See, enzymes bring about such high rates of chemical conversions. Already, so we discussed that enzymes only responsible for bringing high rates of chemical reactions. How those are responsible for bringing high rates of chemical reactions? That is what here we will discuss. See here, in this, okay, come to the point. Chemicals, which is converted into product, is called substrate. That only know chemical, that particular chemical is converted into product, that is called substrate. Hence, enzyme active site convert a substrate into product. See, enzyme active site. It is enzyme active site. It is enzyme active site. It is enzyme. It is active site. Active site. The enzyme active site is convert a substrate into product. Here, substrate. It is a substrate. So the enzyme, when bound with this substrate gradually converted into product. Okay, that is one kind of a chemical reaction, chemical conversion. Enzyme, nothing but enzymes also called chemicals. Okay, so this is a kind of a chemical conversion. So here symbolically, this can be explained, explained as S plus P. S means substrate, product, substrate, product. See, the substrate S has to bind the enzyme at its active site. See, the substrate, it has to bind to the active site enzyme within a cleft or pocket. Within a cleft or pocket. See here, it is active site, cleft or pocket. Here, substrate is binds. The substrate has to diffuse towards the active site. This is the substrate. The substrate has to bind towards the active site, enzyme active site. There is thus obligatory formation of ES complex is formed. ES, it is ES complex. ES complex means what? Here they have given, see, there is thus the obligatory formation of ES complex. See, obligatory means what? Compulsory. When enzyme, when substrate is combined with enzyme, there is obligatory complex that is called enzyme substrate complex. Okay, it is a transient stage, transient reaction, transient state. Transient state means what? Temporary state. See, where substrate is bound to the enzyme active site, it is the substrate bound to the enzyme active site. A new structure of the substrate called transition. A new structure of the substrate called the transition state structure is formed. Transition state, here transition state structure means what? Temporary structure. So the enzyme substrate, how much time bounded? Temporary. So a second or maybe a millisecond. How we can say? In previous explanation we have discussed, when carbonic anhydrase enzyme is involved, within a second 600 molecules of carbonic acid is formed. According to that information, so the enzyme substrate both are combined together just a millisecond. So that's why it is called transient state. It is a transition state. Transition means temporary structure is formed. Next, very soon after the expected bond is breaking completed, very soon after the expected bond breaking is completed, in between these two, some bonds are formed. After formation of that bonds, those bonds are breaking completed. The product, when the bonds are breaking, this substrate automatically converted into product. Okay, product. Then this enzyme is separated. This enzyme is ready. This is called enzyme. This enzyme is ready to take another substrate. That only here. Very soon after the expected bond is breaking completed, the product is released from the active site. Other words, the structure, other words, the structure of substrate, it is off. The structure of substrate gets transformed into the structure of product. That only already I said. Okay, so when enzyme substrate are bound together, after the expected bond is bond breaking completed, the product is released from the enzyme. Then the enzyme is separated, product is separated. So the structure of the substrate gets transformed into the structure of the product. What I am saying here, that is only in the form of words, they say that. So this is what here, what happening, this is what we will see in the form of graphical representation. In the form of graphical representation. See, what is that graphical representation? See here. Here I will draw that graph. See here. It is y-axis. It is x-axis. It explains that potential energy. Y-axis explains that potential energy. It is also called relative amount of energy in molecules. Potential energy means relative amount of energy in molecules. Relative amount of energy in molecules. Okay, so progress of reaction or time. Here see, it is a substrate. It is a substrate. It is substrate. The substrate. This is the substrate. This is the substrate. The substrate is gradually converted into product. Okay, here this is without enzyme. The substrate with enzyme product is formed. See here, activation energy without enzyme. See, it is activation energy without enzyme. See here what happened? The substrate without enzyme, the substrate. See here, this is the substrate is converted into product. So this is substrate. See, without enzyme, for the substrate is converted into product. For the conversion of substrate into product, so without enzyme, excess amount of energy is needed and time is needed. See, the substrate, the process of conversion of substrate into product, without enzyme, more energy is needed. This much energy is needed. Here see, this is substrate. Here less energy needed. With enzymes, the substrate is converted into product. Okay, activation energy with enzyme. So this is what activation energy with enzyme. So with the help of enzymes, activation energy is, for activation, energy is required less, and it will quickly convert it into product. Substrate is quickly converted into product. Here, the substrate, the process of conversion of substrate into product, without enzyme, it requires more energy and more time. Okay, so this is called enzyme information. See, enzyme is combined with substrate. It is converted into ES structure, enzyme substrate complex. It is a transition state, temporary state. After that, so this enzyme substrate, this is substrate gradually converted into product. Okay, so product, this the product is separated. This is product is separated. The enzyme is again separated. It was ready to take another substrate. So this is called enzymatic action on any substrate. So this is what graphically we have seen that. See here. See, the y-axis represents the potential energy. Y-axis represents the potential energy content. It is here CO. Here something missed. CO means content. See, here see, we have seen this is called y-axis. This y-axis represents the potential energy content. Potential energy means what? Relative amount of energy in molecules. Okay, potential energy content. Okay,